On this episode of Dad's Train Room, we're going to be looking at renaming one of our buildings in No Name City. This can be pretty cool. So, why don't we get started?
What's on your legs, Dad?
Oh, these are chaps. Back what I used to wear back in my biker days. Today we're going to be talking about motorcycles and our train layouts. Oh yeah. So right now we're going to lose the engineer's hat. I'm going to put on one of my old do-rags. Oh, that brings back some memories right there. I'm also going to put on my old vest. Used to put all kinds of pins on this from different rides. That was always a lot of fun. Oh yeah. I guess it shrank a little bit over the years, huh?
Yeah, it definitely shrunk. You definitely haven't gotten any bigger.
It's a good thing he's so cute now, isn't it? Alright. Last but not least, we're going to put on our handy dandy old leather jacket. Oh yeah. Got my chaps, got my vest, got my jacket, got my do-rag. Once I get on my helmet, we're ready to go. Oh yeah, this can be great. We introduced this earlier as No Name City. Population male. It's a joke from a movie I watched when I was younger. In it, we have everything a guy needs. Well, mostly what a guy needs. We got a toy shop, we got a motorcycle shop, and we have a music shop. Ha! Only thing we're missing is a church, but we're going to get one. I also have a couple of motorcycles in front, and a couple of cars that I really like. Because that's one of the great things about doing your train layout, or models in general. If you can dream of your dream car, you can have it. In this case, I have a couple of them. What we're going to talk about is customizing our town a little bit. Now when this town is done, a couple interesting things. The buildings are all going to be turned around facing that way because that's where the audience is going to be. And that's what we want. We're also going to set it up where it's going to be raised up a little bit. We're going to wire underneath it. We're going to make a nighttime layout. I'm even thinking about making it a thunderstorm. It'll be really good when it's done. So, right now what I want to talk about mainly is the motorcycle shop. This Harley-Davidson shop is something I bought a very long time ago because, well, back in the day if you had a Harley, you got a bunch of Harley things. That's what people did. But I want something a little more customized. So, we're going to go down to a place called Toadsuckers Harley-Davidson. And we're going to ask them if we can use their logo on our building. That way, when people at the show see it, and they ask questions like, why is it called Toad? And they're like, well, let me tell you about it. There's this place down the street from me, and they're really cool. It's a little more interesting. It gives you something to talk about. And it makes it more personalized to our layout. And it makes even more people feel like they're part of the show. We went down to Toadsuck Harley-Davidson in Conway, Arkansas, so that we could ask if we could use their name. The reason for this, our bland, everyday Harley-Davidson shop, our motorcycle shop. I love motorcycles. Had a lot of fun on motorcycles. But we wanted to personalize it. So, they were very gracious, and they said that yes, we could use their name. Actually, they were pretty excited about it. And we're pretty excited that they let us do it. So, how do you change the name? Well, it's real easy. went on the internet, I found their logo, I printed it out, I put it on a little thicker paper, kind of cardstockish, so it has a little rigidity. So we're going to cut this out and just put it here. To do that, a lot of your moms will recognize this for cutting fabric. Well, a lot of your dads too. Well, my mom always made sure that we knew how to sew and we knew how to make clothes if we needed to. We're also going to use this little device. I have the safety on it right now. Never used one of these without your parents around because it's extremely sharp. It'll do a good cut here, but you could hurt yourself. We're going to change out this right here to make it better. To change out the decal, first, carefully remove the one that's on here. Yeah. We'll save that for a later project. We have our new sign that we use our glue and make sure you get into the corners so it doesn't kind of roll up on you. This kind of turns purple here so that you know that you have coverage of the glue. Because of the rough texture, it's not a bad idea to have a little extra. We're just going to line this up here best we can with the middle and press it down into place. So now we have a Toad Suck Harley Davidson motorcycle shop. When I went down to ask if we could use Toad Suck's sign on our Harley Davidson shop, I'll tell you, I was met by people with big beards and they look scary and they're wearing leather and, well, you know, when it comes right down to it, those are our brothers, our uncles, our neighbors. And even though they may not look quite as tame as some of the rest of us, they're some of the nicest people you'll ever come across. Because when it gets right down to it, people are people. Now, I left Conway, Arkansas on the sign so anybody who sees it will think, wow, that's kind of cool. Toad Suck? What's that all about? I encourage you to call them up, go visit. Ask them why in the world they decided to name their store Toad Suck in the first place. I bet it's an interesting story. Now, even though we introduced that as No Name City, I did leave on the Conway, Arkansas logo on the Toad Suck sign. They should have people know where they're at. And they were very kind to let us use their name. Help. I've been lost in the desert and I haven't had a bite in 2 weeks.
Oh, I can help.
I'd like to take this minute to thank a new friend of mine. His name is Kirby. And he took time out of his busy days to talk to me. I appreciate that and I wanted to make sure that Kirby knew that. Thank you. That we plan on being at the Pine Bluff Train Show April 6th of this year. Because of that, we want to make sure that we get something done. So our next episode is going to be working on a new train platform. Anybody that was at the old show would know that we had a train platform, but it wasn't really what I wanted. I made sure I had something nice for the show, but we're going to make something even more special for this train show. So, we hope you can all come and join us and have some fun. Help. I've been lost in the desert and I haven't had a bite in 2 weeks.
What's wrong?
No, You say.
Oh.
Help. I've been lost in the desert and I haven't had a bite in 2 weeks.
Cut.